What's up guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to check out the DJI Avata. I'm going to do my first flight test with it and share it with you guys how I feel about the flight, the performance, the tune, and the handling on the DJI Avata, as well as some feedback on the 4K video that we record on board to the SD card. So let's go ahead without further ado and jump right into our flight test and our flight footage, our first flight footage on the channel of the DJI Avata. All right guys, here we are in the backyard for the real world flight test. I have my goggles updated. These are the V2 goggles. If you don't want to buy the whole bundle over $1,000, you can just update your FPV transmitter and then it will see the Avata with the new firmware update as well as your goggles and you're good to go. So I got into this today for a little over $600. We're gonna give our first impressions here. We're gonna fly this around the backyard together and I'm gonna fly it in real time with you today, give you my feedback on this drone. So let's go ahead and get it off the ground, get it started and see if Happy Doggy likes it. Gonna go ahead and press record on the goggles. Now it's recording to the SD card. Sticks down into the center into arm. And here we go. Okay, it's as noisy as I was expecting. And let's just go zooming around the yard. See how it handles the dark to light transitions? Pretty good, as expected. Now, I think the best thing about DJI gear, DJI HD FPV is really good. Okay, that was nice and smooth. Nice and smooth by the basketball goal, by the chickens there. Let's go around behind the shed and see how it handles some transmission through here. I'm not expecting any breakup right through there, none whatsoever. Now let's just slow down and go through the trees here. I'm also noticing that it has kind of a little bit of a brake on it as well, so if you let go of the right stick as you're going forward, it'll kind of like stop in place and brake for you. And it's also holding its altitude, so it makes it super easy. Kind of easy to track. So okay, I can see where this would be a great filming rig because it lets me slow down, speed up really quickly and easily, starting to get the feel of the way this is tuned. Now really zooming around the backyard. And it also has kind of an auto banking feature on it as well. Now we're trying sport mode so we can go a little faster. Really zipping around now, but it still has that auto banking feature in it. A little bit faster around the backyard. Yeah, I'm liking this. Feels like a nice flow. If I let go of the stick, I'm still getting that kind of like auto stabilization. So if you feel like you're about to mess up, you can kind of let go and it just goes back to level and stops like that. So really, really precise. Whoop, there's our first hit. Let's pull back. We hit that little lamp post there. Now we got picked up a leaf. Let's go up through the tree here and do some tree exploration. Let's see how it does through the trees. I love flying up through this tree. Now it's interesting because the gimbal is on an axis, so it changes its axis as it's flying around. As it goes faster and faster, it keeps it level for us. But really getting up inside the tree here. Going places I haven't gone with other Cinewhoops, so that's good. Of this size, I have not flown another Cinewhoop to date that can just as quickly take me through the canopy like that. And back down. And so let's go try like to go fly through some tight spaces where I've flown my best Cinewhoops in the backyard. And I'm talking about this spot over here behind these trees. So by the fence, by this tree, and now by this second set of trees through here. Up, hit the tree, hit the fence, and it kind of tripped and fell over. So it does have turtle mode on here, but it says system error. So I'm gonna go pick it up and we'll restart. Okay, so no damage on the drone. The drone looks totally fine, but it did grab onto the fence and it immediately threw itself to the ground. So I was expecting that, like in the DJI trailer videos, you see where it bumps into things and it keeps on going. But this one kind of sucked itself to the fence and it was on the ground within seconds. So yeah, but you can see how that gimbal works there as the drone tilts. It keeps the camera level. That's super fun for an FPV drone. So let's go ahead and get it back in the air. That's one thing that a lot of Cinewhoops don't have is like an axis tilt type of gimbal. So we're still recording on the SD card, and let's go ahead and take off again and finish up our battery. We got 3 bars left on the battery, so let's arm the sticks like this, take off. We're in that normal mode, and it did update the home point. Now I'm in sport mode. I really do like the sport mode a lot. It gets us around the yard really fast, and it feels super precise, but I'm really afraid to really slam this into something hard. But let's go ahead and get some speed around the yard and just really get going, work on those banks. I feel like the response time could be a little better, but it's really handling some speed. I feel like it doesn't turn as quick right and left as I want it to turn for as far as, you know, fast flying response, and really needing to get around like something like that goalpost and the tree right there. It kind of turns a little bit slow to me, left and right on the aileron axis, on the roll axis. But going straight ahead in a straight line, man, this thing whips. And it really does hold its altitude quite well. So I can do some, if you want to do some really fast, low flying FPV, this thing handles low to the ground really well. Look at that. That's pretty crazy. I mean, that's some performance that I haven't seen out of another Cinewhoop. Low to the ground and fast. However, I feel like I want the rates to be higher for my roll axis so that I can get around things quicker and make a sharper turn. Now let's go up a little higher and get back into normal mode. Let's just do a little bit of exploration up here. Seems to be on a little bit of a tilt. See that? It's kind of tilting into the wind. So I'm going to put it in sport mode. Very interesting. How it's kind of like, now it's holding the horizon, but when I was going up to these trees over here, the wind, you can see in the trees, there's a little bit of wind, so she's on a little bit of a tilt right here. That's kind of weird. Definitely don't want to be picking this up in the neighbor's yard. But it still has that stop feature like I like. So if I let go of the sticks, it really does stop. Stops in place. I'm going to go into normal mode here and take it out of sport mode and just go a little bit into this tree right here. And I've never really gone into this tree because it's just so ridiculously high that if I crash in this one, I really don't want to have to go in and hire an arborist to get it out. So I'm really kind of trusting what I'm doing here with the Avata. Kind of going places that I haven't gone before with other Cinewhoops on the channel. So we're already having some fun with this one that I haven't had with other Cinewhoops. So good job so far, DJI. Got to give it to you there. Doing things that I haven't done before. That's great. And I'm totally honest in my reviews. You guys know that I do drone truths, so we're not talking biased BS in this review. I'm just giving you straight up feedback. So the tune on here is definitely for beginners. It's really, really soft. It has kind of a constricted roll rate, like I said before, but it has a really fast pitch rate. So if you want to get going fast, you really can get a lot of speed really, really quickly. And let's try a punch out here. Let's do a real world punch out. Ready? Okay, we're going to go from 0 to hero here. Ready? 1, 2, 3, punch out. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not great. It's nothing like a Catalyst Machine Works Cinewhoop on 6S. It's definitely not anything like any 6S Cinewhoop. It flies more like a 4S Cinewhoop, or maybe even kind of like a 3S Cinewhoop. But again, it has a great forward speed to it. I just wish that this bank was a little better. A little faster. I can go into the goggles and I can change the rates on here. You can make up your own rates, which is cool. So if you're a more experienced flyer, get a little more, look at it back up and stop there. That's super cool. Oh, there's the doggy. Let's go, happy doggy. She's She's not sure about what to think about that. Oh, I can't see where I'm going, Half Dog. What is that, Happy? What is it? What is it, Happy? Go, Happy, go! Go, Happy, go! Go, Happy, go! All right, girl. She's not sure what she wants to think about that. I got all kinds of leaves stuck on this thing now, but we're still cruising around. Let's see if I can shake those off. So I will pick up some leaves. Fall is coming, and the big leaves will get sucked up in these ducks. But I'm still going. I've got over 5 minutes flight time now. I'm guessing that I'll get 12 minutes flight time out of this. And I've got 10 minutes recorded time, and 5 minutes since we took off again. Since the last takeoff. So yeah, as a experienced 10-year plus veteran pilot, this is definitely something different for me. I feel like the throttle could use a little more boost again for me, but for new guys, it's kind of a safe throttle. Hi girls, hi chickens. Just going in there to say hi to them, and I can quickly get out. So I feel like for like freestyle, I'm gonna say I wouldn't want to freestyle this with the power to weight ratio that I feel in here right now. I feel like it's gonna be kind of a light freestyle rig, but as far as cinema goes, it looks like it's gonna be very precise and really a lot of fun for going places that you've never been before. Now, one thing that I did get kind of disappointed in is the fact that it did grab something and tip itself over. It's supposed to bump off things. So I'm hoping that further testing is going to prove me wrong there. If I bump into something, that it's not going to flip to the ground. Just like that. So, yeah, it does flip to the ground when you bump things. So I flipped to the ground, to the concrete. So we'll check out. We'll see if it's still in one piece. I'm sure it is. A little concrete durability test for you guys straight into the side of our overhang post there. And straight on the concrete, we've got some scratches on the very front of it right here. Put my first scratches on the prop guards. It looks like everything here is good though. Props are all still intact. Sensors are okay. The camera's okay. I was really worried about like cracking this front lens. So everything's good. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for this real world flight test of the DJI Avata. It was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed my feedback on my first flight test with this one. I'm gonna bring you more footage of this drone, more tutorials, and more in-depth review coming up on the channel. And as always, more drone truths. I appreciate you watching. Please do subscribe. I'll check you on the next one. Bye guys.
Hey guys, I'm Rebecca. You have a chance to win this DJI FPV drone, the case, and 2 batteries. We're gonna choose one of the next 100,000 subscribers to be our lucky winner. So please subscribe, good luck, and happy FPV.